demoing our Rate IQ plus markup feature, which you all know and love our Rate IQ LWC, which allows you to take the output rates, the market rates, from DAT and Truckstop and other partners, and then see those spot quotes on the load. And in a previous release, we made that same output available outside of the load, so completely independent from the load, so you can get those spot rates anywhere you need them. And now we're taking all that a step further by giving you the ability to take those output truck rates and then mark them up and then quote your customers using that quoted marked up rate. So really giving you the ability to automate the quoting process in a powerful way. All right, let's see this in action, but first a few setup steps. So on the rate entry, we've added a new rate method called Rate IQ plus markup, which essentially just tells the system to find the Rate IQ output sources from DAT and Truckstop and use those to mark up based on a markup that we find in the system. So that's all that's new on the rate entry. But then if you go to the carrier markup tab, we have a new field called markup basis. And there's two values that are possible here, either carrier quote or Rate IQ. And for example, if you want to rate your Rate IQ outputs a little higher than, say, your normal stored carrier quotes, you would be able to do that by simply deselecting the carrier quote value. If for whatever reason you say, nope, I want both to be the exact same markup, you would just select both and then just have the one individual carrier markup for both. So let's see this in action. So I've got a load here from Boston Beans to Chicago Cubs. And maybe this will be our year in Chicago, but we'll see. Now, once this loads on the Rate IQ LWC, you're going to see that I've got a few different outputs that came through for spot quotes from DAT, from FreightWaves, and from Truckstop. It's roughly a little over $1,500. And now if I go to the FQA, we'll see that a customer quote was generated using that Rate IQ output of $1,700 plus the markup that I created. So our customer would be quoted a little over $1,900 to move this lane, which again, this is fully automating that quoting process by all your users have to do is create that load. The system will then get the rates from your Rate IQ partners, mark it up, and then be able to send the customer quote directly to your customers. And I'll talk about this a little bit more, but in that Artemis demo that I teased at the beginning of this webinar, we will do a full in-depth demo of how you can use this Rate IQ markup feature in conjunction with Artemis to, again, fully respond to customer emails asking for a quote and actually providing them with a rate using our Rate IQ outputs. So super powerful way to automate quoting for your customers. And then last but not least, if I click on the customer quote record and go to the details tab, we've added 3 new fields, Rate IQ Freight, Rate IQ Fuel, and Rate IQ Total. And this is basically just the benchmarked rate that we got from your Rate IQ data sources for what that quote cost was at the time of quoting. So this again is your costs that we got from Rate IQ and that were used to mark up to generate this customer quote. So it's a really good just benchmark for your teams to know how much you were quoted at the time. So that's our Rate IQ plus markup feature. As you can see, it's a super powerful tool in order to quote your customers faster and smarter. And just to tease that future Artemis webinar that you'll see shortly, we are going to be going in depth on how you can use this feature in conjunction with Artemis to provide those quotes to your customers directly. So definitely keep an eye out for that.